if that video and if that voice note was proven in a court of law, I'll be saying something completely different today. But I'm just one of them people who, as much as something looks a certain way, I have to see the full picture. Yes. I have to see the full picture before saying that this man should never have played football again. Now, for me, people say, oh, well, there it is right there. The picture's right there. Yes, the picture is right there, but I don't know how those injuries came about, first of all. Second of all, the voice note was meant to have been 12 minutes long. We heard 15 seconds of that. Now, Man United heard the full voice note. They've heard the full voice note, you know. And they were planning on bringing this guy back to play for them. Now, they couldn't release the voice note because whatever was being said would have created complications
in the court case.
So they could not release the full voice note. But that voice note gave Man United enough confidence to re-sign this player. If that voice note was what it was being alleged to have been, Man United would not be thinking about bringing this player back. That's the first thing. So my thing is this: if this player has moved on with his partner, if this player has gone on to have a child, allegedly they are now engaged to, I feel like the world needs to move on from what allegedly happened if it was not proven. Now, England were very quick to this. It's amazing that this guy is even still playing football. And what I mean by that is the public pressure that was over. I don't know whoever's in his corner, yeah, must be some real strong individuals, you know.
And the media, Mark. It wasn't just the public; it was the media. Yeah,
they were. I don't know how he got through that period. Now people would say, it sounds like you I support him again. I don't know what happened. I don't know the facts. I'm just talking about the media wanted this guy's head on a stick based off of allegations. In a court of law, these are allegations. They wanted his head on a stick. Now, because of that, the England manager, Gareth Southgate, at the time, came out and said he will never play for England. He would never play for England. The England fans just would not accept this guy. Come home to Jamaica and play for Jamaica. We have half of the team is diaspora and half of the team is homegrown talent. Go home and play for Jamaica, because guess what? These men would have left you for dead. They tried to. They would have left him for dead. Even the channels were scared to talk about it. Now, at the end of the day, we don't know what happened. We don't know the facts. But what we do know is his mother's Jamaican. England turned their back on him. Mm-hmm. They were saying he's all kind of rapist and abuser. And I'm not, again, none of us know the facts. But what we do know is the long version voice note was enough evidence for Man U to try and re-sign this man. The only reason they didn't re-sign him is because of public pressure.
Public outrage, yes.
That's the only reason. So for me, well done. Go and play for Jamaica. Now, there is another side to the coin, which I'll get into in a minute.
We can't just wait for the salacious headlines, the manuscripted and manipulated media, press people to say, okay, this is what it is. Okay, an incident's taken place. It's going through a court system, you know, to see the evidence, weigh it up, and based upon that, we're going to come to an ultimate decision. Now, it doesn't seem like my man's got money to pay off judges and this and that, and based upon child being born now, nothing crazy in regards to the things that they were posting on, all that kind of stuff. It seems that bump in the road has basically pushed them closer together, if anything, and allowed them to mature as male and female to create life. Now, as the public, okay, you're going to have your ideas, you're going to have your passions, you're going to have your thoughts. But if the court of law says no, a corporation a multi-million pound corporation in the form of Man
billion Noble.
Billion. Okay, here we go. Thanks for the correction. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
If they're gonna see some parts of the evidence and say, "Whoa, wait a minute, that's totally, that couple second snippet based upon the full context of this, yeah, there's nothing. Yeah, this has been blown out of proportion. Let's do the thing." We have to come to a point where, as people, as humanity, as mankind, we need to separate the emotion. Don't allow people to put batteries in your back and send you on these different tangents. The core is the core. Facts and life is facts and life. Let's play righteous advocate. Let's say the court found him not guilty as it was, and then they're done, and she's got some campaign, she's doing interviews saying, nah, that thing was real, blah, blah, blah. Then there's a little bit of a difference there. Then we can say, well, hold on, wait a minute. The court didn't do their job because my girl's talking the thing. We don't see that.
We don't. She didn't come out. She didn't give any type of clarification in regards to the content that was leaked. All it was is speculation. She didn't even actually say, my man did A, B, or C to me. She didn't say none of that. All we heard is 15 seconds of a 12-minute voice note, which you rightly said a multi-billion pound corporation listened to and were prepared to re-sign this individual. So for me, that's where the argument's done. If the court didn't pursue this situation, for me, it's the end of the situation. Especially if the girlfriend stayed with him.
Come on.
And had a child. And I don't want to hear this thing about, it takes 8 times to leave. Yes, that is true. In abuse situations where they cannot leave.
Yeah.
But this is a girl that had the whole press, the whole of England was on her side. So it would have been simple. You could have left him, no problem, but you did not. You stayed with him. However, but we don't know. We just don't know what these people's relationship is. We don't know what happened. For all we know, he may not have done anything. For all we know, he could have done everything.
That's the slippery slope.
Exactly.
The slippery slope. And as you say, there is that case of abuse victims. They don't find it easy to leave those kind of situations with a mixture of Stockholm syndrome in there and all the rest of it. But with the press and the public sway in her favor, it would, in my opinion, again, I'm not in that situation, but it would seem a lot more easier for her to say, actually, if this is indeed happening, I can separate and I can seek potential justice for this here.
It would have been, she would have made more money. You know when people are like, the money made her stay? She would have made more money talking.
Come on.
She would have made more money. She could have made a lifelong career.
Of course.
If she would have just been like, he did everything that was in there. Listen, charities, she's the face of charities. She's on interviews. She's going to have a book eventually. She didn't go that way. Remember, at the time she stayed with him, he had no career. He was suspended and his future looked like he was never going to kick a ball in anger again. But he came back. Not only did he come back under this immense pressure.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could come back from that.
Such a young geezer as well.
Yeah, man. And went on to shine, went on to be a diamond in the Spanish league, which is one of the most difficult leagues.
Exactly.
Now in France, in one of the biggest teams. And you know what? One thing about football fans, Noble, when you get on that pitch and put the work in, they forget whatever happened.
Come on.
Now for me...
Unless the knuckle draggers, of course, it's about performance, isn't it?
Of course, this man's jumped. He scored 2 goals.
Come on.
Champions League. If he gets you think if he's scoring Champions League, getting man through rounds in Champions League and scoring the winners, they'll soon forget.
Yes.
All it means is he won't play in England again. All it means is he won't play for England again because he was cancelled by England. Now, there is another side to that coin what I want to get into in a second. Aisha, big up yourself, man. You're right. The media are saying like he turned his back on England. What do you mean you turned your back on England? Said they didn't want him to play. Now, this is the other side of the coin. Very important side of the coin. I'm getting fed up of all these African players, Caribbean players who are rejected by England going to play for their home country as a second choice. For me, I only want man who's their first choice playing for the island of Jamaica. That had to be your first choice. Not a Renford reject, not an England reject. A man who wanted to play for the island. So for me, it's like that was your second choice. Even after these men said that you rate gal and you beat gal and all of this, you still was willing to play for them. It took these men to actually go in the press and say, yo, you'll never ever play for us. Now you want to put on the yellow, black and green.
Okay.
The same thing I've got on now. I got all the new things as well. Now you want to put on these things. Now you want to wear the flag now.